Hi, this is Amanda with Music Game Club, and today I will show you a beginner version of Icy Intervals. So intervals are very easy, and cards 1 through 3 are in C position. You do not have to use these specifically because I would teach intervals to any beginning student as long as they can count. So they're big enough to where a student can use their finger, or you can use a pen or a pencil to point to them. But basically, I would just teach my students start at the bottom. The bottom note gets the first count, and then everything in between, you're going to count up until the last note. Well, this one is 1, 2. So it's two notes right next to each other. So that's a second. And then maybe I would just take a few cards and basically walk them through it. If you wanted to make it a game when they figure out the interval, then you can give them a penguin and say, all right, now you move to the second spot, and then they can move to the second spot if you want to do it that way, if you want to gamify the teaching aspect of it. This is card 2, also in C position. So this one, is this 2? It's not 2 because we have an invisible note right here, right? 1, 2, 3. It might be easier to find a third that's somewhere in the staff rather than under the staff, but you get the idea. Teach the second, then teach the third, and then if you want them to like walk to the third, and then you have the fourth, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they can, walk to the 4. And then they have the fifth, which should be easy to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really good also with teaching them the lines and spaces. And then they can walk along to the 5th. And then you would finish out with the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they walk to the 6th. And then maybe have them find a bonus one, and then they can go to the end. If you wanted to gamify teaching that. Another way to do it, if your student does not know how to read music, but they do know the names of the piano keys, you could do it this way. So this is a second, and you could tell them, well, this lowest note right here, you could even say it's middle C. Let's just pretend like they don't know that yet. So teaching pre-reading. So this is middle C, so you can show them where middle C is on the piano. And then it's going up a second. All right, so you count 1, 2. Well, for right now, you're just doing the white notes. All of these cards are just doing white notes. So that makes it very easy to not get confused with the black notes, and do you skip a black note or include the black note in your counting? So if you just focus on the white keys, it's pretty easy. So if you start on a C, that's 1. Play the next note up. That's 2. That is your second. And then you have the third. When they identify that it's a third on the paper, then it starts on a middle C. Then you count 2, 3. That's what a third sounds like. And then do the same thing for the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a fourth. And then the fifth. Now this fifth is not middle C. It's the lower C. And then you count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you could choose whichever 6. This one has both 6 in treble and bass. We'll keep in the bass. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a way to kind of get it on the keyboard as well as on just the flashcards. And you can use just one card. Like once you kind of teach what they are, then you can use one card and say like, okay, now we're going to play the game, and you can play the game like normal. That's how I would use these cards to teach beginning students their intervals. And then here's a little bonus tip. Once you've taught them their intervals, you can do some improvisation with them. And so maybe take the intervals that are on the cards, and you've got a second. So have them do like seconds. If they do low seconds, that's the second on the music, but they could play other seconds. And maybe it sounds like a bear tramping through the woods or something like that. You could take the game and take it to the keyboard and make it fun on the keyboard as well. And then you can have your fifths. I would do the fifth up high. Sounds very Christmassy. So you could do your fifths that way. And then you could do sixths and thirds and fourths for fun. So you can use these cards for more than just playing the game. You can use them to teach your students intervals and also help them explore the piano and the different sounds they can get out of the piano while they do it. So just a lot of ideas for how to use this game or how to teach intervals with your beginning students. I hope you and your students have a lot of fun, whether y'all are playing the game or using the cards to create your own improvisation. Don't forget that you can always celebrate with your students with the success poster. If you post a picture on social media, be sure to tag us at Music Game Club on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Y'all have fun.